Welcome to 5 Mantra Career Point. This is Dr. Riaz, Academic Director. Few hours ago, Union Public Service Commission has conducted preliminary examination for UPSC. Friends, you know that this year 10,58,000 aspirants are appeared for UPSC. But the percentage of presence is low, 44% due to various reasons. This video is going to focus what is question paper pattern, what is the nature of different question, and particularly the content analysis background. Friends, basically we have to understand that, and the total analysis is meant for the aspirants who want to take preparation for UPSC examination. UPSC examination is very, very important because all the examination related to any public service commission, they follow the guidelines, the question model, the paper model of UPSC. If you are able to understand the examination of UPSC, definitely you are going to get success in Public Service Commission or other different examination. In view of this understanding, this video focuses basically what is the basic question paper and what are the content is related here. We are going to discuss one after one in detail. Friends, we have to understand that in 2019 examination, the focus was basically on political science. But this year, political science is also focused a lot. But here, the focus basically maintained on history as well as science and technology. We are going to analyze question paper subject-wise. First, I am focusing on political related questions, political science related questions, which is under the headline of polity. Because political science is theoretical aspect, if we make it as under governance, we are going to call it as polity. In polity, in total paper, 16 questions are appeared from polity. Previously, the questions are based on facts, but in this examination paper, questions are basically focused on conceptual understanding of our constitution concepts. Friends, you have to understand that generally in UPSC examinations, the questions can be divided into two categories according to the nature of the question. One is conceptual question, second is fact-oriented question. But this time, the major questions, particularly from the social sciences, they focused on conceptual based questions. In polity, they asked questions regarding constitutional conceptual based question, preamble, directive principles of state policy, fundamental rights, and the role of Rajya Sabha, as well as basically the foreign relations, India's relation with neighboring countries. These are the major focused areas of this question paper. This time they focused more on directive principles of state policy. They asked basically what is the content internally related in directive principles of state policy. What is the relation of welfare state concept and the basic nature of directive principles of state policy. At the same time, they focused that basically directive principles of state policy related questions according to the constitutional conceptual understanding. And also they focused on preamble, and they repeated that whether the preamble is part of constitution or not, and they asked this question on the basis of statement oriented question. So at this time, students who have understanding of polity from conceptual approach, I mean the textbook oriented approach, by reading the direct books which are related for the syllabus concepts, are going to get good marks for it. But in polity, what we have to understand that the ready-made syllabus and the ready-made understanding cannot survive here. Here, if you are going to understand the basic concepts of polity, particularly constitution, and in the light of the constitutional ultimate aims, you are going to get good marks. And one question is related regarding the Gandhian philosophy and Marxian philosophy. They asked what is the ultimate common point between these both philosophies. By knowing these, by understanding, by recognizing these questions, finally we have to understand that polity questions are basically conceptual orientation. Students who wanted to prepare themselves for future competitive examination for public service commissions or UPSC, they have to understand all the concepts which are related for polity, particularly with the special reference of constitutional orientation. Then economy oriented questions. This time economy oriented questions are basically they marked in the current affairs. And now we are in the pandemic situation, and foreign relations, foreign economic relations are in a new dimension. So this time they focused basically regarding some of the economic recent issues regarding FDI issues, or basically they asked a new question regarding the preparation of budget document. They focused some question, and also they asked regarding the basic questions of current events which impacted on the present socio-economic system of our country. And a student who is getting preparation of economy through newspapers, like standard newspapers like the Hindu, Dainik Bhaskar, and they can have basically, and Times of India, so many newspapers are there. And people who are following the regular economic developments from current viewpoint, they are going to get good marks here. We have to understand that this time questions related to economy basically focused on current affairs orientation. And it is very difficult to basically detach current affairs and economic questions, because economy questions, current affair related questions are dominated here. We have to understand this thing. And one question is there constitution oriented economic question, like what is MP LAD questions. MP land questions also, local area development schemes are there, and they ask regarding that question also. And basically who have understanding regarding the functions of public representatives with economic orientation, they can do one or two questions related like this. And if you go to history, we know in history always the examine focus on the modern history, and this time out of 18 questions in history, 10 questions focused on modern history. Generally we can get questions from history from three dimensions. One is ancient and medieval history, the second is culture and heritage, and the third is modern history. But this time they focused on modern history, and also some questions, that is ancient religious history also, two questions came regarding Buddhism and Buddhism practices and Buddhism influence. We got questions this time, and also one question related to Harsha period. And particularly this time the examiners did not focus on the culture and heritage. Only two questions are appeared from that field, and majority questions are from the colonial rule. They asked a question with the impact of colonial rule, basically what industry was damaged in India, and the handicraft industry, that basically it influenced, that question came. And also at the same time they asked some movements like Birsa Munda movement, and basically the places historical importance also this time they focused. And particularly this time we can see the question paper of modern history, in especially in Indian freedom struggle, what are the identity movements, survival movements, what they fought, that movements came. And one or two literary books related to Indian freedom struggle also appeared here. This time 10 questions are from modern history, particularly freedom struggle, and remaining questions are from ancient and medieval history and Indian culture and heritage. If you come to science and technology, the science and technology questions and environment ecology questions are interrelated this time. You have to understand this. Generally, in science and technology, this time they focused on discovery and research oriented question. In previous question papers of Union Public Service Commission, science and technology questions basically focused from physical science orientation. This time, particularly they focused on the science and technology with the basic people life, environment orientation questions are appeared, and related questions of research oriented question, discovery oriented question, which can give a fruitful life, a sustainable development life to individuals, they are focused. And science and technology questions, they focused on current affair orientation questions, which are influencing on the present life, particularly the virus regarding the DNA issues, and also the pollution problems, remedies, research oriented question, discovery oriented questions, basically they focused. And here it is very difficult on our part to differ the questions in between science and technology and environment and ecology, because environment and ecology questions are very tough. Generally, according to the students' opinion, environment ecology questions are tough, appearing very tough, because examiners focused on the current orientation of environment. You have to see the David Attenborough, who is the pioneer of the observation of nature, live and let live. By seeing nature, we have to learn from nature. And what are the lessons are given by the nature, we have to adapt them. So, how ecology and environmental damages influence human beings? What is the relation between environment and ecology, and how science and technology is going to discover this type of problem? This is an interrelated topic that is basically focused this time. The students basically they did not guess how to appear these issues. Nothing to worry. Basically, if you have a proper reading of newspapers from this background, how science and technology is useful for civilization, how science and technology is useful for mankind. If you go through this type of understanding regarding science and technology and ecology, the students can make best answers for this type of questions. And also, this time, geography questions are also different in nature. They focused on human geography. Particularly, they focused on Indian geography. And in Indian geography, they focused on agriculture. Students who knows regarding agriculture sector, what are the soils, and basically what are the crop changes, what is the relation between climate and soil, soil and crops, they focused like this. So agriculture oriented question or agrarian background understanding questions are dominated this time. And if you see 12 questions out of geography, in geography, comfortable questions are here. Basically, they focused on wildlife sanctuaries on basically, and where the rivers are merging in which oceans. This is generally fundamental geography knowledge, and the students who are having fundamental geographical knowledge, they attempted in a good manner. Particularly, they focused on environment also. Here is also environment also. And basically, they focused on wildlife sanctuaries, where they located, what is the purpose of that, and where is non-human being wildlife area is there in India. They focused like that. So, students who referred geography from human orientation, from environment orientation, and agriculture orientation, they are comfortable in the writing of this examination. And finally, current affair. And here if you see, actually if you count the score, it's more than 100, because I included some of the current affairs in polity, because in political side, in polity also current affairs are included, in economy also current affairs are included, and in geography, agriculture, science and technology also current affairs included, because that I mentioned the current affairs topic here under current affairs, as well as in polity and economy and science and technology also. Because of that, the score is like this. Current affairs this time with different dimension. If you verify previous question papers, current affairs are regarding summits, agreements, appointments, but this time they did not show attention on them. Current affairs are related regarding environment ecology, regarding recent economics, and regarding basically recent research and discoveries, particularly in science and technology. This time, you cannot separate current affairs from the basic subjects of civil service syllabus. The basic subjects like science and technology, environment, as well as polity, these developments are basically appeared in the name of current affairs. So this time current affairs and subjects, they walked hand in hand. Because of that questions, you cannot separate current affairs like this. And current affairs orientation is also focused on medicine, ecology, and environment research, and the problems of environment, and also recent changes. These are the issues basically they focused. And if you see the total paper, it is focused on day-to-day events. Previously, question papers have given importance to the fundamental subject orientation. This time, the question paper, particularly in some areas, focused on day-to-day events understanding. But you should not neglect conceptual orientation question. Particularly in polity as well as in history, the questions are conceptual orientation questions. If you see the syllabus of our basic UPSC related to our preliminary examination, if you see one after one in detail, current affairs, basically events and international importance, this time focused related to human day-to-day life impact issues. What are the changes are occurring in ecology, environment, what is the research going on, what are the pollution problems are coming here, and basically in medicine and other subjects, other areas, what are the recent developments are came here. And basically in current affairs, they focused on what are the best understanding regarding the facing the present day problems. These are the issues they focused. One or two current affairs, basically they focused on India and neighboring countries, especially the economic cooperation and coordination, like that is issues. And only one or two questions are related to Indian constitution latest development. They focused this time. But you have to understand that the current affairs basically related to human life, day after day, human life, and regular human events, impact issues, they focused in this current affairs. And if you go to second issue, that is basically Indian and world geography. In Indian geography, basically they focused on economic geography, because economic geography means regarding soils, they asked this type of question, and what is the relation between climate, soil, and crops. Particularly they focused on agrarian sector and agriculture recent issues, and agriculture recent basically cultivation forms and recent changes what are appearing in agriculture, they focused. And if you go to the third topic, that is basically polity. In polity, they discussed regarding the powers of parliament, particularly Rajya Sabha. And this time, the focus was majorly on directive principles of state policy. So, directive principles of state policy issues are majorly focused this time. And also the fundamental issues of Indian constitution. And for example, Article 17 untouchability is there. And also equality issues are there. And also the philosophy between Gandhi and Marx philosophical orientation, where the similarities are there. This type of questions they focused, and understanding regarding constitution in a novel way, we can make it. And international relations questions, this time only appeared, only one question was appeared from international relations. And particularly the economic and social development focused on sustainable development. And what are the things, economic issues, basically support for sustainable development. This time they basically focused. And some are questions related to constitutional economic issues, and as well as what are the development are occurred recently in economic scenario, they focused. And also here, if you go see environment, this time the entire environment issue focused on biodiversity and the relation between biodiversity and climate, and how biodiversity and climate is basically becoming challenge. What are the challenges we are facing, and what are the research as well as what is the basically discoveries are occurring in this field. And this is the basic questions. So many people, they face so many problems. Generally, the environment issues can be done by the students who have at least a little bit background of science or little bit understanding regarding environment changes. That type of students only can make this. And in total pattern of our syllabus and this wing, that is on general issues on environment, it is basically just little bit appearing as different. And if you come to last topic, that is general science, it is also related to day-to-day affairs. If you see the total questions of the UPSC paper and the total paper, if you see the total paper, and it is meant to the students who have very serious preparation regarding it, we can have. Finally, I suggest students who wanted to prepare for competitive examination regarding the central examination or the local public service commissions, you have to understand that gradually the examination paper model is changing day after day according to the needs, according to the social demands of the living society. The concentration regarding newspaper is very important. Newspaper information, which is day-to-day information on the basis of facts, you have to understand well. And also the day-to-day facts which are appearing in the newspaper and which are appearing in the society, you have to link this latest knowledge with already prescribed subjects what you are going to read for your basic competitive examination. And if you see the total syllabus of us regarding the competitive examination, and particularly the current affairs are basically can be understood through this. And also from this paper, from these subjects also you have to vision the latest events. So there should be interlink between current affairs and the basic regarded subjects. I suggest students focus on the day-to-day affairs, that is current affairs, that can give a lot of understanding of this type of question papers. At the same time, you have to understand conceptual orientation, and you have to link the conceptual orientation to day-to-day events, and you have to see the conceptual orientation from day-to-day events. The interrelation, hand-in-hand relation, you have to understand. So in future, the examination where you are going to have, if you want to get preparation for future examination, you have to understand that in the light of basic understanding of the subjects, you have to see day-to-day affairs. The link between the concepts which are already in the syllabus, you have to link with day-to-day affairs. And from day-to-day affairs, you have to watch these issues. This type of understanding can make you regarding thorough of the preparation. I hope in future, by seeing this question paper analysis, you can make your path of preparation in well. The 5 Mantra Career Point is going to deliver so many lectures regarding the orientation of competitive examination. Subscribe it to know understanding. And regularly we are going to release videos to give basic understanding, to give basic application orientation, to provide a best approach to understand it. I request my dear students and aspirants, if you really learn from this video, like it, share it, and subscribe it. Thank you, one and all.